Hey guys, what is going on? It is Daily Tactics here, and I am back with some more Men of War Assault Squad 2, the Star Wars mod. I got a few requests to do some Order 66 stuff, and I thought a fun place to start that off would be on Kashyyyk, as this was one of the coolest scenes from Order 66 in Star Wars Episode 3, where Yoda chops off the head of Commander Gree and then escapes with Chewbacca and one of the Wookiee generals. Now, this is not going to be taking place in that section of Kashyyyk during that time. Well, it will be during that time, but it won't be in that section of Kashyyyk. Instead, it will be on a different beach that wasn't attacked by the droids. And the uh, base here is pretty much a mixed bag. It's 50% Wookiees, 50% clone troopers, and at the moment they're all just sort of hanging out, chit-chatting amongst themselves, socializing. There's no attack going on here. This is probably like a relief base where frontline warriors go back to get some R&R, things like that. There's a few squads, patrolling around the base, making sure everything is okay. But overall, not very high security. Everyone's having a good time, but little do they know, in just a few seconds, it will be complete and utter chaos. Clone troopers will turn on Wookie Warriors, and Wookie Warriors being, the warriors that they are, will probably quickly realize this and begin to shoot the clone troopers back. I'm pretty curious to see how this goes. I think it'll be pretty interesting. It is going to be absolutely chaotic because there's just sprinklings of each person all over the place, all over this beach. So let's go ahead and let's go in slow-mo for just the first start here, because I want to get as much of the action as possible. And I think a lot of the action is going to take place on this beach, so let's press start here, and we'll begin here. Alright, and yep, it looks like the clone troopers have started to attack the Wookiees, and the Wookiees, probably a moment of confusion, but then we're like, oh, well, this is an enemy. Let's mess them up because we are Wookiees and we are some of the most powerful warriors in the galaxy. But it looks like whole groups of Wookiees are going down on the beachhead here. I believe this is an area that was somewhat dominated by the clones. Ooh, but this Wookiee over here is shotgun blasting with his Wookiee bow rifle. Some of these clones are just pretty badass. But yeah, this is, I think, a very heavy clone area, the beachhead over here. But then there are very heavy Wookiee areas, such as in the hangar here there are way more Wookiees than there are clone troopers, and we can see that the Wookiees are starting to skirmish with the clones that are in here, slowly taking them out. Yeah, it looks like the squad over here was completely wiped out of clone troopers, and the Wookiees are pretty much dominant in this area. Looks like up top here there were a couple clone troopers and Wookiees, and it looks like this Wookiee managed to slay these clones after they turned on him. Looks like Wookiees over here are also doing pretty well. Clones are hiding behind some cover here because they are outnumbered by these Wookiees. They're making some plays, but they're getting shot up pretty bad. This guy's trying to run, it looks like, but nope. Gets caught in some crossfire. Let's see over here. Looks like we have a few clones actually hanging out over here, trying to outlast whatever's going on. Oh, we've got a good number of them in this forest here. Looks like that's where some of these Kashyyyk troops decide to retreat to from the hangar. And they should probably regroup with the beach because that is where the majority of the clone troopers are, is on this beachhead. So we seem to have formed a sort of a division here. We've got clones on the beach, and then the Wookiees have taken the base. I would say they've probably got even numbers right about now. Maybe the Wookiees are a little bit more dominant from what I've seen, but there's still a good number of clone troopers, so this battle will still keep on raging on. These clones seem to be kind of lost in the woods here. Oh, but it looks like there was actually some more in the woods that I didn't notice, and they're slowly taking back this little area over here. This one Wookiee is bravely standing his ground. These Wookiee rifles are actually super powerful. They can 1 to 2 shot these clone troopers. which is very, very dangerous, as the clones DC-15s can only two-shot people at extremely close range, and they pretty much have to get a headshot. But see, yeah, oh, there's another guy over here. Okay, so looks like the tables have turned, and the clones are now the ones assaulting on this little canyon that we were looking at a little bit earlier. Let's go into normal speed now that the beginning of the battle has somewhat ceased. Clones are having a ton of trouble with just these two Wookiees. This shows how powerful their faction really is. The Warriors are just impressive. And looks like this Wookiee probably be flushed out of there. Yeah, alright, he went down. Clones are victorious on this side over here. And it looks like now the beach clones are starting to attack the Wookiees from the fort. Yep, we can see that here. And that is pretty awesome. This will get underway nicely, hopefully, and we'll see some sweet action. Oh my god, rockets are actually going off. Those Wookie rocket launchers are also very, very nice. They can fire multiple rockets in just a few seconds, which is pretty crazy. I have to say, Wookie tech is, for it all being sort of woods-based, is pretty formidable. It's very advanced and very powerful stuff. Alright, so it's all silent right now. Looks like the clones wiped out a few of the Wookiees who walked a little too close, perhaps. And now the Wookiees are regrouping a little bit, walking towards the beach, and firing has occurred again. Looks like we got clones actually in the woods over here too. That guy gets shot down before he can make it back to his cover over here. And these clone troopers are laying down some nice fire. It's actually really sick. I didn't expect this video to be so cool. Let's check in on the clones over here. Sorry, it's been a long day. I'll probably stutter a lot of words. These guys are just hanging out. They're probably recuperating a little bit after that battle with the two Wookiees, but they should probably get back into the fray here pretty soon, as their clone brothers probably need them against these guys. So yeah, right now the Wookiees are just sort of trading fire with the clone troopers. Nothing too serious. You know, the clones lose a guy, the Wookiees lose a guy. Back and forth a little bit. You can get a close-up. These Wookiees are so detailed in this mod, they're really beautiful. Oh man. I'm seeing a lot of Wookiees go down, but I'm sure a lot of clones are going down as well. There's no way that the clones are coming out of this unscathed. Still unclear who's going to win, though. It's too early on to tell. Let's see. Yeah, and there's a ton of Wookiees, actually. There is a lot of Wookiees. And a lot of clones, too, so both sides have a lot of potential. These clones seem to have left. I don't know where they went. I saw them backing up towards this area, but maybe they didn't go there. Oh, here's two of them. Marching through the woods. Okay. Oh, there's a clone captain, actually, right there. Alright, so they're marching that way. Maybe they'll run into a few Wookiees. Wookiees still sort of scattered around here, hunting for clones, it looks like. Probably still a little confused as to what's going on. But they seem to be adapting pretty well to the situation, obviously. Yep, and fire is continuing to be exchanged between the two. It's really coming to head on this beach here. You can hear the screams and growls of the Wookiees. Alright. Oh yeah, very cool stuff. And the clones have actually advanced a little bit and started taking cover behind these barricades and these rocks. Probably a good strategy by them. That's probably a good idea. The woods they were in were not a great deal of cover. As we can see, they had a lot of losses in there. But here, they do have a lot more cover, which is good. Also, they're able to spam at a distance, while Wookiees can only sort of single shot with these rifles. So I think these rifles and Wookiee bowcasters are really effective at closer range, while at longer range I think the spammable DC-15As of the clones are sort of able to machine gun fire the Wookiees and get chiclet shots, while Wookiees have to be a lot more accurate with their single shots, and I don't see them making a lot of contact with clones. Every once in a while they get a good hit. but I think if they were able to spam a little bit better, they'd be getting a little bit more kills. That's just a theory. I don't quite know. Also, the clones, I think, have the advantage right now. While the Wookiees have the high ground here, they also have to crest up the hill in order to come into contact with the clones. Oh, and the clones are coming out, and actually this shows just how many clones are left alive. There are quite a few of them. But still a lot of Wookiees as well. Oh man, is there a clone over here? I actually don't see him. I hear his footsteps in the woods. But first of all, he's camouflaged. And second of all, this is a very dense forest, so it is super hard to see. There he is. He's behind that stump right there. That's sneaky. Sneaky of him. Looks like only a few Wookiees have stayed in the base here, and most of them are coming out to meet these clone troopers. Alright, and currently we don't really know what's going on in the rest of the planet. This is, of course, one beach of a very, very large planet. So right now there could be some droids attacking simultaneously while clones are fighting Wookiees. A lot of crazy stuff is probably happening currently on this planet. Yoda has killed the clone commander and escaped on a pod. Bad things are happening for the Republic. And the Wookiees are obviously going to take the brunt of it. I know in the sort of lore of the Clone Wars, Wookiees after Order 66, they had a really rough time. A lot of them were sold into slavery, I know that. And also, Darth Vader came back with the 501st, and really, really sort of killed a lot of Wookiees. And Resistance members that were hanging out there. I know that from the Force Awakens, which I believe is still considered canon. I'm not totally sure. With Disney taking over, it's puzzling what's canon and what's not to me nowadays. I'm wondering, are there still any clones over here, or have they all died? Oh no, here's one. Is that the captain? Yeah, that's the captain. Oh, and this guy just emerged from a tree. Okay, sounds about right. Oh, and there's a few clones over here on this left side of the beach as well. I do think the Wookiees are having a tougher and tougher time now. We're seeing a lot more of them die. Still unclear who's going to win this battle. But right now it looks like they've actually got the clones on the retreat. The clones are going into the water here. I don't know what their thought process is there, but the Wookiees did manage to kill a good number of them in that last assault. And now the Wookiees have taken the high ground, and we'll see if they... Yeah, they're going to push forward a little bit with that. Possibly a good idea. There we go. Clones peeking out again. Coming out of hiding. And they're just getting absolutely shot at in the water here. Not a good situation, because there's no cover in the water, obviously. Of course, it is a little bit harder for the Wookiees to shoot them in the water. As, they have to get a direct hit on just a little part of the body that's showing. But there's also no cover, so tit for tat, I don't know, maybe it evens out. But a good number of clones did still maintain their cover on the beachhead as well. Although now the Wookiees are going forward a little bit. Just sort of waltzing forward. Taking their time, taking it easy. Probably a good idea. There's no rush here. They're on their home turf. If they can wipe out these clones, and keep them from getting any reinforcements back onto the planet, they're living large. Alright, Wookiees marching forward a little bit, inch by inch, slowly overtaking the clone positions. See, there's still a good number of, units on here. Look, there's a clone way back here. I didn't even realize this guy existed. There's a bunch, actually, out here. I'm just looking at the minimap now. Yeah, there's a guy in here. They're all hiding out throughout the planet. Maybe they're setting traps or something like that. Supposedly there's some here. I just don't see where they are. Oh, there's one. Oh, maybe they're stuck in trees and stuff like that. Oh, there's one. Oh, and there's still a few clones. Yeah, in the woods here. Meanwhile, the Wookiees are more concentrated over here. But they've completely overrun the clone position on the beach here. Look at this clone trying to doggy paddle out into safety. Are the Wookiees sparing him? I'm not totally sure what's going on with that. Oh, okay, so there's actually a few clones over here in the water. Oh, they took one out. And the other two are hiding out in the rocks. The doggy paddling clone is now dead. The Wookiees have executed him. But there's still clones actually scattered like throughout the planet, so it's not a straightforward winner as far as I can tell now. There's still some good number of Wookiees around here, though. It's a good thing. I'd say the Wookiees probably outnumber the clones now, and they've got the clones on the retreat here, which is a bonus. Yeah, it looks like they're marching in on these guys here. Let's go into no clip camera. There we go. Oh, we got a grenade going off. Oh, but before it could do it. Oh, that actually got a kill there. I didn't think that would. That guy was killed, but he made. Oh, that didn't get a kill. That guy was just unconscious for a little bit. Saw him spaz out and fall a little bit, but still alive. It's kind of a cool little screenshot there. I like that. Let's see. Is anyone gonna shoot this clone? Come on. You're just letting him get away. Look, he's marching off through the woods. All pretentious like. Maybe he's going for a flank, actually. Let's see. Will he fire at these Wookiees? Will the Wookiees fire at him? Oh, they've spotted each other. And he's running away again. Naturally. Love it. Alright, what's going on here? Should I start interfering in the battle, or is it too soon? I know a lot of people get very, very, very angry. They're like adamantly angry when I start interfering in the battle. There's also Wookiees way back here on this hill. I never noticed that. One of them's dead. Oh, there's a dead clone here. What the heck happened back here? Okay, this is a little confusing. Oh, there's two more alive clones over here. Alright, a whole nother battle happened in that section. And there's two clones over here. Fighting off one Wookiee with a bowcaster. Oh, but not quite. He actually got shut down. And his partner here is now running away a little bit. It's like our main group of Wookiees over here still hunting this one lone clone trooper. Man, it's like jungle warfare. It's like Nam! And a large conglomeration of clone troopers over here are grouping up. That's actually kind of dangerous for the Wookiees, as now their forces are spread. Some of them have returned to the hangar. Some of them are out here. Oh, and it looks like they're returning to the hangar as well. Man, be curious to see what happens here. 3 clones sitting on the beach here. That could be the start of like a book. I was gonna say porno, but oh boy. A few Wookiees in here. I would say we have just about even numbers here. So what I'm gonna do, just because this video is getting a little bit long, is I'm going to hop over to the clone side, and basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and evac them on some LATs. They got orders that they were needed on the main area, and so they decided, you know what, this battle has been raging on for so long. We're kind of outnumbered by the Wookiees right now. It's even, but like they seem to be dominating us at the moment. Also, this Wookiee just took down a tree in an attempt to kill this guy. Oh, okay. So we're gonna cut our losses and we're gonna book it to the LATs here, and try and get out. Okay, and it looks like, yeah, we got some fighting going on over here. The clones are trying to take the base because that's where all these LATs are, and it's gonna be tough to do, I think. But we'll see. We'll see. All right. Actually, a good number of Wookiees have gone down due to these guys.
Copy that, General.
Alright, get out there. We're gonna blaze away to these LATs. You two, cover these guys while they run. I didn't plan that well. No, wait. Oh, shoot, a rocket just took out a huge number of them. There's still a chance, though. Alright, we took out a few of those Wookiees. Alright, just book it, man. There's only 4 of you left. Make it there! For the Emperor! Hey, all 4 of them made it into the LAT. But remember, these Wookiees still have a rocket launcher, which is sort of the counter to an LAT. So this LAT gets away. I actually believe there is a landing pad somewhere over here, so we could just land it over there. And, yeah. This LAT is actually damaged. You can see by the little wrench on the icon right there, if you can see that. It means it's damaged in some way, so obviously it's not going to be able to fly forever, so they're going to have to make an emergency landing on the opposite beach, but possibly far enough away. Hopefully I gave myself enough landing room. Maybe. Okay. Well, it's going off the map a little bit. Alright, it went to safety. That's all we can ask for. And the remaining Wookiees, which is about 8 of them, it looks like from the mini-map. Here's a few here. They're puzzled. They're confused. They don't know what's going on, but at least they fought hard, and there are so many dead everythings everywhere. There's a ton of Wookiees here. There's a ton of clones over here. There's a ton of clones and Wookiees over this way. It's chaos, man. It's chaos. You know, what a faction that was once helping each other out and you know, having a good time is now an absolute mess. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Comment, rate, and subscribe if you did. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see in the future, and I'll see you all later. Peace.